And we're back with another episode of House Flipper. I'm your host, the RPG Guy, and ain't she a beaut. As you can see, we've clearly gotten this guy sorted out. We'll take a look inside. I did a little bit. I didn't do as much as some of the other houses, but I did what I figured I'd waste my time doing. I just went with the generic lamp that came with the house, actually, just to see how it felt. Just added a computer, a chair, and didn't really do much more in here, but it looks nice. It'll do, horse, it'll do. You can see we added our little entrance thingy. We went ahead and, I went ahead and put all this stuff in here. I put a little light down here because this was like a dark area no matter what room you were in. So I figure we'll just leave that there. Like so. And then the bathroom is relatively squared away. And I did a little bit in the backyard. Not much. Just, you know, it doesn't match, but I'm too lazy to care. And we have one tree. So this house is pretty much ready to go, up for bid. So let's go ahead and get her done. So let's put the house on auction. Oh, I can't believe we've been working on it that long. I think it says that almost every time we work on it. Okay, so put on auction here. So we spent, I'll round up, we'll say 10 grand. So we spent 47 grand on this. So we didn't make as much as I was hoping, and I think it's because we spent too much on furniture probably. But we're gonna go ahead and try to negotiate a bit more out of this guy. See if we can get 20. Damn. So we'll just accept the offer. So we went too high. But it's, you know, it's very much a replica of what we made earlier. I'm not, you know, so I'm not that not impressed by it, but it'll do. It serves its purpose as a one-bedroom domicile. As you can see, we kept a couple of trees. It'll frickin' do. Alright. And we are back home. If you can call it that. Let's look at a browser. So, we still only have our first office. We've sold 3 homes. They're very similar, but not exactly the same, as you can tell just by looking at it. And now we're gonna get our first garden one, almost only a garden. So there's apparently something there, a little shack, and we actually get access to the shack. So let's go ahead. This one's 40 grand. So let's go ahead and buy house and go right to it and see what the deal is. So, Jesus, there's a tiny little house and a big old garden. What does it mean? What does it mean? Actually, I don't know what it means because it's kind of a weird layout. And this bush has got to go. Weird big bushes, they's got to go. Maybe some of these trees too, but we'll decide that later. And yeah, this is a weird little house. You can't really put a kitchen in here, so I'm not really sure what the intent of this building is. And it really just says we can sell the house now. So we'll clean it up. We'll at least clean it up and do something with the house, but as far as what we're gonna do, I'm gonna assume we'll spend some time doing maybe a nice little sprawling garden here. We could build a small bathroom in there. I'm not convinced we need to, but it's definitely something we can do. I'm not keeping any of that crap. Since we maxed out our level, you can see we're grabbing stuff in groups instead of singularly now. Dig this guy out. Try to round it off. And we'll remove this feller. Okay, and there's one over here. Alright. Clean all this kind of down here. The back wall is graffiti. There's one more, yeah, over there. Like, I'm pretty sure we saw one more wall of graffiti somewhere. Okay. Deal with the inside first. And really what comes of this is, what do we want to really attempt here? And it's hard to say, because you can't, in this game, the one thing I know that I've been disappointed with is that you can't really expand houses. So, or at least if there is a way, I've never figured it out. But I'm pretty sure there isn't, so because of this, it creates kind of a weird precedent. Because you can't really do anything. You can't expand buildings. Not to say that I would build a whole house here, but we could definitely, you know, do a little better. But one thing we might want to do is add like a small, tiny bathroom, if that's even possible, to try and kind of make this space more optimized. Because, like, you could make the argument, oh, we can make a park out of this, but I don't think the sellers really think about that kind of, the buyers really think about that kind of crap. So if, like, we look at these buyers, I don't see ourselves satisfying a single one of them, except maybe this one. Or we may not know anything about that one, so... Okay, so we might be able to appease this lady. She needs something like a bookshelf too. Okay. Yeah, crazy lady. Let's go with this. Alright, and then we'll go ahead and we'll do some painting here. I figure out what I'm doing there. Whoop, there we go. Buy one of those. And maybe something to just go with that. Alright, we'll paint the main wall dark. Actually, darn it, I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Should have done it the other way. But we've committed. And this wall. Lady says she likes art, so we'll have to put some artwork in here, and we'll also need to put a bookshelf. I'm gonna see if we can get by without a bathroom, to be honest with you. Okay. I'm not looking to make this too pretty because it looks like most of what we gotta do is outdoors. And then I might try to, for once, confine this in one episode if possible. Because, to be fair, I suck at the gardening stuff. I'm learning this very quickly as I'm making gardens. So, I'm going to try to do something kind of neat. But I make no promises that it will look good by any stretch of the imagination. So, you will have to understand that there's not much I can think of to do here. Other than we can clean the yard, we can put some stuff out there. I'm going to probably try to garden it up with some kind of theme, which I'm deciding in my brain as we speak. But I'm not convinced that it will lead us to glory here. And I don't care if it does or not either, so that's the other thing. This is one of the ones where I will admit the gardening's okay, but I much prefer, by far, I much prefer the house renovation stuff much more over the gardening. And I think a lot of it is that the gardening is just so much a pain. It's much less bang for your buck. But I still recommend it because it lets you alter the outside of the house. So even if you just do the minimum, it's still fun to do. So, it's still fun in a sense to do the minimum. So I can't complain that much. I mean, I could, but it'd be kind of a douchey thing to do. Oh man, I forgot to paint that. Okay. Door looks bust as well. Put some electrical outlets and stuff. And then I think we'll be good. really should be doing this more outside. I want the damn thing to line up. There we go. And then we'll do some blends. And this is my concern. There's not really, I guess this is close. I want green. Yeah, it's a little bit of what I was worried about. This in. So we'll put a bed in here to make this officially a bedroom. There we go. Bathroom, kitchen. Yeah, we just want to kind of go with a single. I mean, I guess we could go with a double, like a queen, but we'd have to push it in the corner or something, which I find to be kind of tacky, but let's just figure it out. Actually, we need to make as much room as possible, so... And no, we're not giving up our nice little house we made for this shithole. Just throwing that out there. Now we need bookshelves. And alas, here we go. Did not raise the crazy bitch's score. They're bookshelves, right? Yeah, they are. Well, paintings will be the next big one. What else did she want? Again, I'm going for a specific person because she doesn't seem to be that picky. Okay, so she wants art. So let's go to decorations and fucking load this sucker up with some art. Go with small, unless it's so small it doesn't matter. We'll make it very, very green. I lied. Holy mother of Burl. Oh, yeah. Yeah, now she's moving up in the desire area. What? Picture of flowers. Again, since it's so small, I don't see this being a functional bed, room, so we'll just think of this as her garden retreat. It's a place that makes her happy. We might put something there. Not a bad picture. Shut up, lady. You wouldn't know good art if it came bitch in the ass. See, yeah, every time we keep adding a picture, her little thing goes up. So we're gonna do as much of that as possible. Wild stallions! Of a lake. Of a freaking lake. Show you more lake. Of a snowy shit. Holy fuck. And we haven't even touched the outdoors yet, so as much as I'm like, oh, I'll try to make this one episode. Yeah, right. It's never that easy. Ever! Alright. What a piece of shit. Okay, let's go. And add maybe one more piece of furniture. And if I have room, we'll put a desk in somewhere maybe, but I want to put some kind of cabinet or something. These in here. Give it some function. Let's do a desk. It can't be that big, so... One time I would actually buy this color. And then let's put some installations and install some stuff. You need to put. There's actually no power outlets in here, so put in a few. And then I didn't think about a heater, and all of a sudden, now I'm regretting not thinking about a heater. Could put the hanging one. You know what? I just might do that. Not literally. Well, may as well. Okay, so that's not gonna work. We need to get rid of one of these. And we're going to put an AC one in as well. Right about there. And then let's go ahead and put these in. Doot, doot, doot. Put this guy in. Cool. And the house portion, for the most part, is pretty much done. I mean, there's not much else, we could do. We could put another painting up there just to even it out, but... on that. not much we can really do. Oh, yeah, no, it's too big. Yeah, so beyond that, I don't really see much more we can do. So that leaves us the great outdoors here. Now, this place is jacked up pretty bad. Now, we lucked out. I don't see currently any molehills, so we don't have to dig any of that out. A lot of weeds, which we could probably lawnmower over, so I'm not going to try to do that yet. The question is, do we want to keep the trees? There's a lot of trees here, and maybe we can put that to our benefit. And when it comes down to bush wear, I'm not quite sure how we're going to handle that. The negative is that means the lawnmower is not going to be as effective, which means this is going to take a wee bit longer to mow, but I'm not worried about it. So, I say we give it a shot here. And then we'll use the hand one to do the rest. The weed whacker. I'll turn this on, because one thing I do hate is the day and night cycle goes by too quick in this game. It's like you're in the middle of working, or it doesn't reset when you go to a new house. And you would think it would. You wouldn't want to go the same day you finished another one, I guess. But whatever. Yeah, there's really not much I can think of that would benefit this yard. And like I said, one of my weakest things is yard work. I've never been that satisfied with my yard work. If you guys think I've been doing a great job, thank you for being so far goddamn generous. But most of the yard work I've done is pretty abysmal. And I'm willing to admit to that. But this is maybe our chance to do something nice. But once the yard has been mowed, we can figure that out. And that's why you might wonder, why have I not made an effort to put grass out in that open area? And I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. Just because there's dirt there doesn't mean that, or just because there's no grass there doesn't mean that it's ugly. But then again, I guess it does. But now, and really quick too, because some of you might think I might want to do a Japanese garden thing. I've been thinking about that since we got here, and as much as I'd like to do it, I think that I would like more room, possibly. But it doesn't mean we can't do a little bit of it. Like we can make a little Zen garden or something as part of the garden tour. But again, I'm not committed to anything because I really don't know how we're gonna lay this all out. Since there's a lot here that's got to be done. But yeah, if you've maxed out your weed pulling, don't bother with pulling the weeds. Just mow them right over. You might be wondering, why don't I go the other direction? I just want to get done with this weird little open area with the dirt. And we can go lengthwise. Okay. Done most of this yard, but now we're getting into the dense foresty area of the yard here. I might just use the weed whacker in this area. Get it. Yeah, no matter what, this is going to end up being a two-parter. Or I do the garden and give you an idea of what I'm going to do, and then we just cut forward and finish up the next episode. But I don't know. We'll get as much done as we can this episode. That way, and then I'll tell you pretty much how we're going to finish her off, and then we'll do the grand tour. If it even comes to that, I don't know. There's so much here, it's like... How do you not... How can I not get this done faster, you know what I mean? And you can't get it done faster because it's just so much you gotta do. And to me, this is kind of a pointless one, unless you really like the gardening. Which, don't get me wrong, there's probably lots of people that like the gardening mechanic in this. I think it's a little mundane and underdeveloped. There's not enough gardening things to actually place. I know that sounds weird, but there really isn't. It's very limited. Whereas the house stuff, interior-wise, especially with the HGTV, adds so much more house stuff that there's just not enough garden stuff to offset it. We're gonna probably build a shed as well, and I might actually build out the shed inside. We'll have to figure out where we're gonna put it. Probably not too far away from the main house, because if we want to use the outdoor area in the back as an outdoor area, keeping the house and maybe this shed I want to build really, really close to each other might be in my best interest. Clear all that up. Alright. Outer wall here. Before we do the back wall, let's get all this in the area here. Looks like up down here. Alright. We need to board this, put some exterior boarding here. You know what? Yeah, I thought about brick for a second, and then after careful review, I decided no. We'll just do the same usual ones. Whoop. Just want to get this house done. We have too many panel boards. That stopped working all of a sudden. Okay. Okay, let's do some turf rollage, because I just want to put grass out for now. And that way, when we do the rest later, as we're working on this, we won't, I don't need the dirt that much. Face the right direction here. Because of that little bit of stick outage. Got it. Alright, so that open crap hole is covered. We might chop that one tree down that has the grass near it, but I haven't decided yet. It's maybe not that bad. It's kind of in the way. Yeah, I'm gonna chop it down. Probably the only tree we're gonna, one of maybe two trees we're gonna remove. There's one by the front of the property I'm not a fan of either. There's like two trees really close together, kind of randomly, and I'd like them to see if they can do it. Yeah. Okay. Little bit I missed over there, darn. Large. Why do I feel like I regret my decision? I don't. It works just fine. XL. Okay. Okay. Getting there, guys. Indeed. Wah. Explode it. Yeah. Alright, so this is technically a done house. What can we do to enhance this? I mean, well, we need to patch this up too. That's one thing. That's a little big. I really missed that little bit. Oh my god. Can't be trusted with anything. Alright. She likes flowers, and that's fine. And then I said I was going to build a shed, which I believe is under miscellaneous. I'll go with gray wood. Now, where to assemble? I would say... if you put it over here... put this together right. Why do I get the feeling I didn't do it right? I did do it right. No, wait, now I can't tell. Why is this not assembling? Let me, let's try that again, shall we? Pull it out a bit more. Don't really want to do that, though. I'd rather have it as nicely tucked in here as possible. Let's try building again. Maybe it glitched. Why is this not... I made it move a little bit. No, maybe not. Making it move every time I do this. This is weird. There we go. Same problem. Why is this not... Is it because it's too close to the house? There we go. And there's a reason I want it here, because if you're trying to maximize space to build your garden, you kind of want to have done rather well. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I think it's because it's too close to the house, though. Probably means I'm only going to be putting one of these sheds in. Alright. And let's go for... It needs to be quite small, and it needs to convince me that it's kind of a workbench, but really there's not much here. Yeah. Not much that I would call or consider to be a workbench. Let's go back here and go to, oh, maybe under tables. Not really. Desks were closer. Well, and you can't really tell how big they are. Nah, let's go to desks and just take something, I guess. I like that. Sture. We don't have much going for that. I have to put something as goofy as this in there, so let's go to... No, do we have... Going so fast I can't keep up. Yeah, we'll do a swivel chair. Okay, I'm happy with that shed being there, even though it was a pain in the ass to get in there. I might remove a few trees. I might even remove all the trees that are in this little area and put something a little different here. Because we're running out of time, and because there is so much here still to do, I'm just wondering to myself, is it worth saving face for this? But the other option too is we could just finish it. We could do, then we could try the gardening feature too, huh? So here's the deal. On the next episode of Let's Play House Flipper, we're gonna keep working in the garden. we're gonna try to turn this into something, and then hopefully at least by the end of the episode, I'll either powered through the rest of it, off camera, and then we'll go and do the garden contest. Or I'm gonna go ahead. Well, I'm definitely gonna go ahead and remove some trees before we start up the next episode. Maybe trees I don't want, and then try to think of what I want to put here. And then we're gonna start assembling something relative to a large garden. Maybe like a little garden park trail kind of thing, and see what we can make of that. So anyway, I want to thank you guys for stopping by. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/JackTarStudios for more live gaming action, and we will see you guys next time.